Howdy everybody, welcome back again. You guys are probably gonna hate me by the end of this one. This AI I've been working with off and on for like 10 years. I don't remember exactly what all of it does, but we're gonna build it just because we can. This might be the last one for a little while. I've got a 3-day weekend, and I'd like to get some work done on my own project. With that said, it looks like we can start off with the location system. This is what I'm looking at, and I'm trying to figure out how to start teaching it. So if you're wondering, that's why I'm stuttering just a little bit. And I, honest to goodness, don't remember how all of this works. That's just stuff I learned by trial and error, and it works somehow. So let's start off with an event tick, I suppose. That would be the starting point. So drag your event tick out. And then it looks like we're going to need a sequence. And it appears as if there are 10 nodes being used on this sequence. 8, 9, 10. And 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 are just going up to our location system. I'm gonna set all of these how it is on my old project. I know the first one. Let me drag this over here so you can see it. So when we're done, I can tell you that one is attack range, one is how fast it runs, and one keeps this one is out of range, I believe, because that would go to my flip book down here, which sets the animation. And so this must be attack range. This is so the character can't just run past your AI. And the third one is out of range, I'm assuming. You'll have to play with it and figure it out yourself. But with that said, let's start with the location system on this tutorial. Alrighty, so to start off, we need one variable that is actor X, and that's going to be a float. We need a second variable that's actor Y. That's also going to be a float. We need a third variable that's actor Z, which will also be a float. And one more called distance, which will also be a float. Open up all the eyes, and let's start off with... My goodness, this is a mess. Let's start off with dragging off of the first one. And the first thing we will need is a branch. And right click for an in range float and range with float. That will be our condition. It looks like the settings on this are max of 40, and we are using our distance for the value. If that's true, then we want to set the actor location. Right-click, split the struct pin so you have float inputs, and we want actor X, get, and subtract. We want to subtract -1, and that will be our very first value, new actor location X. It looks like the other two, actor location Y, are just plugged in, and actor Z is also just plugged in. With that done, highlight all of this and duplicate. Control D. Line it up accordingly, because this is going to get really big. And plug the second pin in to your new branch. And the max value on this is going to be -40. And instead of subtract, we want to add. And we're going to add 2 units to this value. And plug it right back in. Compile, save. Next. It looks like distance. It looks like next we can actually highlight all of this and Control D for duplicate. Drag it to an area of your liking. And that's where we'll plug in 2 more nodes, because that's done. And we're going to change just a couple values. 1, 2. And the value on this top one is going to be -3. The second one will be an addition, and it's going to be +3. And the end-range float is going to go from 40 to 200. And the second end-range float is going to go from -40 to -200. Compile, save. looks like the next three are actually going to be really easy to set. Off of the next 3 pins, we're going to get actor X, set, actor Y, set, actor Z, set. So we're setting our actor's location there, and that means we would want to get actor location. And it looks like we split this pin struct and simply plug them into the appropriate variables that we made. And then hook them up to the sequence. And let me just get this out of here. For the sake of teaching, I should probably be somewhat cleaner. Much better. And we have our damage system down there. Which we will have to add on to later. So let's put that on the side. And go back to our location system. Next, we will want to... I guess that's still not far enough out of the way. Let's put it way down there out of the way. So next, we will want to right-click, create a custom event, and this one will be called Intelligent Enemy Shoot. First thing we'll want off of here is a sequence. And one more pin. Off of this third pin, we want a do once. Off of completed, one more sequence. It looks like we are going to spawn a sound at location. And then off of the second node, add a delay. I must have been very intoxicated when I made this. It seems excessive, but off of the delay, we want one more sequence, and the delay is going to be 2 seconds instead of 0.2. And first thing off of the sequence, we want a reset back to our do once. Even that up a bit. And then we're going to need one more arrow on the enemy. Because this is going to create our damage. Pull our arrow off just like our character is creating that collision box that causes damage to the enemy. We want the enemy to do the same thing, but right now we're just setting up the back end of it, and I'm sorry I can't explain this a little bit better. It's been a long time. Get world, transform, and off of here we want to spawn actor from class and plug it in to the second sequence and leave that empty for now. We're going to come back to it. Next, I guess we have to actually get the player's location so it understands where our character is at. So we have our sequence. Let's see, how long is this? We're going on 17 minutes, so let's finish up the top 3 locations up here. There's one more thing we have to fill out, and then we can call this good, and we'll go to the next tutorial. So, off of enemy shoot, we can actually, just to make this easier, true, 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 true. Yeah, just to make this easier, grab all this, right click, and paste, copy and paste, or just Control D to duplicate. This is going to get plugged in here off of our enemy shoot, intelligent enemy shoot. And we're going to change just a couple values. The first value will be a max of 40. We're going to subtract -7. True. Second one will be a minimum of -40. And we're going to add 7. True. True. And I think that's it. Compile, save. You're going to get a error because we don't have the blueprint to spawn yet, but we should get to that within the next tutorial. Actually, just to get rid of that error, just do damage, attack damage BP, compile, save, and we'll come back and change that. That should get rid of the error, and we are cruising right along here. Is there anything else we could do? We have set our locations. Get actor location. Oh, we have to, in the next one, we will get the player's location off of 2 more pins, and then we'll start adding the little knickknacks and stuff. I don't think this is going to work how it is because it still doesn't know where our player is at. But let's see. Where'd she go? I wonder if she's attacking herself. Wild. We'll get it all worked out in the next tutorial. She's probably attacking herself. Alright, that's going to wrap it up for this tutorial, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.